Yeah, it was amazing.
Welcome home to Channel 11, CBS. CBS.
Welcome home. Honey, look at the way the light is sparkling on the water. Isn't that beautiful?
I guess.
Such enthusiasm.
Oh, no, it's beautiful. It's just when you've seen as many stretches of ocean as I have, the stars in the sky and the water all kind of just blends together after a while.
Oh. You know, you've never told me much about when you were in the Merchant Marine. It must have been incredibly exotic. Tell me everything about it, everywhere you went, everything you did. Did you ever have any sort of close calls, you know, like man the lifeboats or anything like that?
No, nothing really life-threatening.
What, as opposed to just sort of life-threatening?
No, well, we had drills on it, but that's about it.
Oh. So, all right, say this boat were to start sinking right this minute. You would know exactly what to do, wouldn't you?
This ship is not gonna start sinking.
Yeah, that's what you think. Better get some life jackets, folks. Looks like this baby's going down.
I'll have what Mr. Allen's having.
Lisa, didn't see you.
Thank you. Well, how could you possibly see me have your nose buried in that piece of paper, whatever? Don't you know what they keep saying about all that work and no play?
I've heard it's not true.
Oh, don't be so sure.
I'm so dull, then why do you want to have a drink with me?
I did not say you would. Did I say you would? Please, I think I'll have a white wine instead, please. No, you're just overly conscientious, and you're just so serious. You gotta lighten up and make room for a life of your own, you know?
Mm-hmm, so you keep telling me.
Well, I know, and now that you had the good sense to drop the charges against Lily, I think we can get on with this life of yours.
I wouldn't count on it. Santana case is far from over, but then I guess you'd know that better than anyone.
Oh, man, David, you are so smart. You did the right thing first time. I'm sure you'll do the right thing again.
Meaning what? I'll drop the charges against your daughter-in-law, too?
You just said. You just got through telling me that the case was far from over. So you see, things can change.
Not this time.
What do you mean?
See, there's a big difference between Lily's situation and Margot's.
In what way?
Lily didn't kill Santana. Margot did.
She was right over here by the bars, and then suddenly then it hit me.
What did?
Why I bought all those bottles at the drugstore, the bottle of perfume. Why I went crazy at Alderman's, at the fragrance counters, because I was looking for a very specific scent. Something that I'd smelled outside the church right before Diego was shot. That's what I've been looking for all this time.
So you're saying the person that was wearing the scent was...
Had to have been very near me outside the church at the critical moment. Oh, my God.
Honey, Samantha Markham was nowhere near Oakdale on February 14th. She was in Monaco.
And she wasn't wearing perfume today.
Then...
Right before she came to visit me, she was paid a visit by Kirk Anderson. It was Kirk's cologne that I smelled on her, Tom. She confirmed it.
No. Kirk already told Hal that he was nowhere near you when the shooting took place.
Well, he had to have been. He had to have been. Or else he's genuinely mistaken about where he was that day.
Or he's purposefully lying about the whole thing, in which case he has some serious explaining to do.
As the World Turns. Brought to you today by Ultra Biz. It's the better stain getter.
My family wrote the book on stains. Kids were invented to make stains. I mean, I have really tough stains.
Then my older sister,
My mom, my friends, my cousin Meg told me about Ultra Biz.
I was surprised Biz was a color-safe bleach.
This stuff really works.
No more barbecue sauce.
Even handle my kids' dirt. Biz saved these jeans. Can you believe we had spaghetti last night?
Biz really kicks.
I got my proof. Biz really is better.
I'm telling everybody, Ultra Biz is the better stain getter.
Introducing new Charmin Triple Roll. On your left, a regular roll. On your right, new Charmin Triple Roll. It's 3 times longer. the regular roll runs out.
Mom, we're out.
But new Charmin Triple Roll is 3 times longer. That's 3 times longer. Uh-oh, out again.
Mom!
It's 3 times longer. New Charmin Triple Roll, and it still fits.
So soft, you love it. Just one touch of it. You know Downy does it. So soft on your skin. Just come on in.
Feel Downy's softness even when you line dry. Mid-price brands can leave clothes stiffer. Only Downy gives the most fluffy softness and Downy's freshness.
So soft, you love it. Only Downy does it. Come on in to Downy.
I'm gonna get Kirk down here for questioning right away. Hey, guard!
No, Tom, please, just give me a second.
No, give me a second, honey. The faster we get him down here, the faster we get to the truth.
Hal has questioned Kirk a couple of times, right? And both times Kirk has denied being anywhere near me, right?
And now we know he's lying.
Why is he lying? I mean, yes, he may have been 3 sheets to the wind that night and genuinely doesn't remember where he was. I mean, it was everything was happening so quickly outside the church.
I'm about to jog his memory.
No. Are you sure you want to do that?
Honey, if Kirk was that close to you when the shooting took place, he could have even been the person that took your gun, or he at least saw the person that did.
Exactly. And maybe the person he saw was me. Maybe that's why he's been pretending all this time not to be near me.
To protect you?
Yes.
I don't think Kirk is that kind of a selfless guy. Look, if he knew that you shot Diego for a fact, wouldn't he have come forward with that information when they arrested Lily?
If she were going to be convicted, but she got off, so what's the point? It's a dead issue. Everyone knows how much Kirk hated Diego. You think he's going to punish the person who killed him? And he knows what his testimony would do to me. Why would he volunteer it? Do you understand what I'm saying?
So you want me...
Honey, I just want you to get him down here. Put the screws to him. And even if he confirms the worst, at least we know. But I want you to know what this is going to mean for both of us. And Tom? When you're done with Kirk, would you send him down here? Because I really want to hear it myself. I really want this over with one way or the other.
Sorry, bad joke. Ship's not really sinking, at least not yet. You must be Mark Kasnoff. Yeah, and you are? Jack, the new manager here. I'm the one who called about the problems. I guess it was you I talked to on the phone,
yes,
right?
you did. Hi, I'm Connor Walsh. I'm Mark's fiance.
Oh, wonderful.
We also work together.
Yeah, and Connor told me that you needed some repairs done on the ship. Yeah, we're taking in some water down below. Nothing bad right now, just a couple of inches, but it's coming in pretty steady. Looks like it's seeping in through the seams in the hull. Plus, there's a lot of rivets that are rusted out. I can't believe no one noticed it before this. Well, the bilge pump was probably able to handle the excess intake until now, but over the years, things like this go undetected. You get a lot of rust, a lot of seepage. You know, I better go down and take a look at it. And, well, I hope you brought your work clothes. It's awful wet down there.
Oh, we had some foul weather gear and some waders out in the car. Don't worry.
You're going down too? No.
Oh, yes,
she isn't.
I am.
No,
yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Honey, I thought we agreed that I was going to go on jobs with you so I could learn all the ropes, remember?
That still stands the same, but this is a different situation. Even Jack said it's wet and cold down there. There's probably diesel fuel.
Would you listen to me? I spent 24 hours in a trailer in a sinkhole. I think I can manage this.
It doesn't look like little lady's gonna take no for an answer. You know, I think you're right. Suit yourself. I could use your help running interference with all the rats down there anyways.
Rats?
Yeah, rats. Every ship has rats. There's probably hundreds of them down there crawling all over each other, fighting and biting each other. And see that?
Yeah, very funny.
Well, I know all the evidence does seem to point that way, doesn't it, that Margot shot Diego?
Well, let's see. They found Diego's body in the trunk of her car. That's pretty damning. Her gun's missing, and it's a .38, just like the murder weapon. Oh, and Margot admitted she did it.
Now, wait. Now, that isn't exactly true. You see, Margot assumes that she did it, but the fact is she doesn't remember a single thing that happened that night.
That's right.
Come on now, David. This is just a terrible thing that happened. Margot is a wonderful, kind person, and well, if she hadn't been in that horrible plane crash and it put her through all of this stress, she would not be in this predicament that she's in today.
Right, and here I am, the big bad wolf who's compounding the poor girl's misery by prosecuting her. Hey, from what I hear, Margot is a great detective, a devoted mother, my boss's wife. Believe me, this is one of those rare cases where I wish I had a weaker case. But this is the job I'm paid to do.
Yes,
so...
I know, and I am sure you will do it fairly and responsibly.
No, you're not. Come on, Lisa, admit it. You don't really like me, do you?
How can you say such a thing?
This welcome wagon routine, the mother hen bit, this concern for my social life. Come on, Lisa, it's all been a means to an end. You've been setting me up from day one and don't think I haven't known it.
Gotta get him up and out the door. Class full of kids he's getting up for. I'll start Folgers to brew. The aroma will pull him through.
Folgers, made from mountain-grown beans, with an A+ aroma to start your morning right.
Gotta face each day brand new. 'Cause the teacher's got so much to do. So the best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
Mornings start early around here. Everybody wants to help me cook. Homemade banana pancakes. This is my favorite little secret. Crisco cooking spray.
Won't scorch as easily as a leading spray.
You only have so much time to be together.
Crisco cooking spray.
Great meals start here.
Helen's back would hurt. She'd take 2 Tylenol, but hours later, she'd have to take more. Her doctor said try Aleve.
I could take just 2 Aleve all day. With Tylenol, I was taking up to 8.
Aleve works up to 12 hours.
Aleve. All day strong, all day long.
Drop everything. Let it go. Get moving. It's the Kmart Barbecue Pro Sale. Here's a great value for summer. Get this professionally assembled Barbecue Pro gas grill with propane tank for just $159.99. Get hot features like an easy cleaning porcelain cooking grid and a side burner. Assembled free at $159.99. It's an unbeatable deal. So hurry to Kmart's Barbecue Pro Sale. Savings for summer days? That's the Kmart way.
Little surfer, little one, made my heart come all undone. Do you love me? Do you surfer?
You want to Lego my ego, or you want to talk it over?
Sure, let's chat.
My wife and I
Eggo waffles. Too good to let go.
Tonight, Tom Hanks owns up to foul play.
Well, I like turkey jerky.
Is that a dance? Yep, and Wesley Snipes knows how to do it. Plus, Jewel sparkles tonight.
Setting you up? What am I setting you up for?
You've been hoping that by getting to know me and gaining my confidence that you could find something to use against me. But you can't because there's no skeleton in my closet.
Now, use against you how?
To get me off the Santana case, Lisa. You were doing it before for Lily's behalf. Now you're doing it for your daughter-in-law.
Oh, dear. You are so smart. I just didn't give you credit. Now, come on, tell me, have I really been that transparent?
No, actually, you've been quite convincing. But there's a cynical side to my nature. I never take anything at face value.
Oh, now that is really sad. That's sad for you.
Well, in my business, it's an asset to be suspicious.
Mm-hmm. Well, yes, I can see in your business, but in your personal relationships, David, if you can't trust someone, and if you can't have trust, what have you got left, huh?
I don't have relationships, remember? I live in a vacuum of legal briefs and depositions. The only time I ever do get out to have any fun, it's with a charming lady old enough to be my mother. Good night.
Oh, wait. Let's talk about your mother. Come on.
Let's not.
Yes, let's do. Have a seat. Now, look, really, I really do want to do. I really want to do that profile on you, for the Argus.
Oh,
now, that was not part of my Machiavellian plot. It really was. I am totally sincere about this. Now, so far, we have talked about your academic career. We have covered your tenure at Rhodes and McKnight, but we haven't even touched on your family situation.
Oh, gosh, I wish I had a shovel for you. Lisa'd make things so much easier.
What?
You're digging, and it's a waste of time. There's nothing to find.
Do you have any brothers or sisters? Okay, what about your father? What was his occupation? Oh, you are no fun at all. Oh, Lord, and it's late. You know, I've got to go see Margot. May I give you a lift?
Thank you. No, Lisa, I think I'll stay and have some dinner.
All right. Your loss.
Loss.
That would be great if you could. And thank you if you could just show me.
Well, I'm sure sorry that Bob had an emergency at the hospital, but his loss is my gain.
Well, you know, it's been ages since you and I had dinner together.
Well, you were kind of out of commission there for a while. But look at you. Good as new.
Yeah, so they tell me. Thank you.
Thanks.
Actually, I seem to be the only one who has any doubts about that.
Dr. John Dixon, former chief of staff here at Memorial Hospital. Acting chief of staff at the moment. Well, the arraignment could come as early as tomorrow. Yeah, so you see, time is of the essence. No, I don't mean to bother you, but I know that also at these times of need, maybe another bed could be found. Isn't that right? Extenuating circumstances and what have you? You can. That's very good, very good. Tell you what, why don't I give you a call tomorrow morning when I have all the facts straight? All right, thank you very much.
Hi.
Hello.
Is it about Margot?
Yes, it is.
What hospital?
Spring Lake Psychiatric. I just hope that the court lets her take her evaluation up there rather than at the public facility.
Well, I'm sure that they will. I mean, you managed to get her in, and quite deftly, I might add.
What are strings for if you can't pull them?
You know, I had a devil of a time trying to find you. Is there something wrong with your office?
Mine? No, what?
Because this is Bob's office.
Oh, is it? I was wondering why it seems so much larger.
And did I hear acting chief of staff?
Well, for all intents and purposes, Bob has taken a little time off here, what with Kim being at home and everything.
And you were willing to take up the slack.
Well,
thanks.
Someone's got to do the job.
Exactly what job would that be, John?
Well, 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 our fearless leader returns.
I see you're keeping my chair warm for me.
Well, a little business came up that had to be taken care of. Not just routine sort of stuff, so I took the liberty. I thought I might save you the trouble of making a trip all the way down here.
How thoughtful. I'm touched.
Anytime you need me to pinch hit, Bob, just let me know.
I won't. As of this moment, I'm back full-time, John.
At the Post Cereal Company, we want everyone to have a good breakfast at a fair price. But there's more to it than that. We have kids. We have jobs. We know what mornings are really like. So at Post, we don't just make alphabets, pebbles, and honeycomb. We also bring them home. Post, breakfast made right.
Pizza can be painful when you've got a mouth sore. Even orange juice can be torture. You need maximum strength Oragel Mouth Aid with the most mouth sore pain reliever you can get. Oragel Mouth Aid. It's pleasure without the pain.
You're not really married to that cake, are you? Wouldn't the union of fluffy nougat and velvety chocolate with less fat be better?
Wow, this is great.
So where's the honeymoon?
Cancun. Wanna come?
We go chocolate, not on fat.
When I lie down at night and heartburn hits, I hate that. To get to sleep, I need to block stomach acid fast. Which blocks it faster? Tagamet HB200. It has more acid blockers than Pepsid AC, so it blocks acid faster. Both are strong, but Tagamet's faster. Now my alarm clock wakes me up, not my heartburn.
Tagamet HB200. More acid blockers help block acid faster.
When there's a masquerade,
If you spot Rich Forrester, you call the cops first, then you call me.
everyone's got something to hide.
Whoever shot you could be in this room.
And before this charade is over,
What are you doing here? You're going to be arrested.
there's going to be one big surprise only on the bold and the beautiful.
Lady Bird Johnson, Her Wildflowers, and Harry Smith. Travels with Harry tonight.
Back full time, huh? Well, that's great. I hope it's not too soon, you know, for Kim, I mean.
Oh, of course.
How's she doing?
She's doing fine, Barbara, thank you.
Dr. Dixon, we've finished our tour.
Great setup you've got here. That new cardiac care unit must have cost a pretty penny.
Yeah,
John?
yeah. I'm sorry. This is Steve Sullivan. Vince Gabrelli there with National Health Tech. This is Bob Hughes, our chief of staff here at the hospital.
Good to meet you. I didn't realize you were going to be here this evening.
Dr. Dixon gave us the impression that...
Yeah, well, I told him about your situation at home.
We hope your wife's feeling better.
Oh, she's fine, thank you.
Listen, we were hoping we could take a preliminary look at the books if it's not too much trouble.
Dr. Dixon and I have something to discuss just for a minute, if you'll excuse us, gentlemen.
Are you on staff here, too?
No, I'm just a little bit of the local color.
This is the routine business that you were going to handle for me? You're going to show these fellows our books?
National Health Tech is in the business of investing large funds in hospitals. And let's face it, our hospital is in need of a huge injection of funds about now.
Not from these people. Why don't you mind your own business?
Hey, wait a minute. The welfare of this hospital is my business. I happen to know this hospital's having trouble paying some of its vendors. Our custodial staff has a contract negotiation coming up, and the rumor has it that they may walk. Now, we may need guys like this. They can help us out.
Yes, they can help. At a price. Do you know the kind of financial controls that National Health Tech institutes on the hospitals that they manage? Do you really want them to second-guess every time you order a test for a patient or prescribe a drug?
Bob, they're not gonna do that.
Oh, yes, they are, and they will. Now, other outfits like National Health Tech have approached me. What they're offering, we don't need. And the next time you get the urge to usurp my authority, resist that urge. Gentlemen, Dr. Dixon was under a false impression. Memorial is not seeking outside investors at this time. I'll explain as I walk you out. Thank you.
What was that all about?
Oh, there sure is a lot of rust down here. A lot of these rivets need to be replaced, too. Look, here's one. Here's another one. That Jack's a lucky guy. He caught this now, or he'd have a whole lot of trouble on his hands.
Trouble? Such as?
Well, such as more water coming in, for starters.
How much? Enough to sink the boat?
Ship.
All right.
Probably not.
Sweetheart, it is safe for us to be down here, isn't it? I mean, not that I don't trust your superior nautical wisdom or anything.
Watch it.
What?
Right.
That's very funny. That's really funny. Look, you are familiar with boats, ships. I'm not, but it doesn't mean that I can't become familiar with them. I just need to learn the parameters of what we're dealing with down here. You know, get a general sense of how things work. What?
Well, look, if the bilge pump went out, the water's coming in so slow, nothing would happen. It'd have to be coming in a lot faster to pose any real threat. And even though this ship's old and rusty, it's solid as a tank. Solid. See that?
Yeah. Built like a tank.
Just like a tank.
Okay.
Feel better?
Yeah. Built like a tank. Solid.
Okay.
Oh my God! What did I do?
No, it's just a little built-up water in the bulkhead. It'll be okay.
It's coming in so fast. It's coming in so fast.
It's nothing. I told you it's nothing, okay?
Well, wait a minute. Where are you going?
To my truck to get some tools to patch the hole.
Well, what am I supposed to do while you're gone?
What are you supposed to do? Okay. Bad for for starters. Feel better?
Oh, yeah, tons.
Good. I'll be right back.
Let me guess. You called me down here because of an unpaid parking ticket. No. It must have been because I separated my recyclables incorrectly. Kirk, it can't be because of the Santana case. I've already been questioned twice, Tom.
We're just trying to get to the truth in this matter. If it will make you feel more comfortable, we are re-interviewing many of the witnesses.
We? I thought you were off the case. I thought David Allen was handling it now.
I'm still involved.
Is that really smart, considering that your wife is now a prime suspect?
All right, if you'd prefer to talk to David, I can give him a call. He'll be down in 10 minutes.
I would prefer not to talk to anybody. I'd like to forget the whole night.
We all would. Unfortunately, we can't, so we're just trying to get to the bottom of this, so maybe you can help.
Well, how? I mean, I'm not proud of this, but let's face it. I was looped that night. I mean, I was in my cups blotto.
I'd like to just go over some basic details again. Refresh my memory. Now, tell me exactly where it was that you were standing when Santana was shot.
Off to the side somewhere.
So you were near Margot?
No, I was nowhere near Margot.
You're sure? You were nowhere near her?
No. I mean, yes, I'm sure.
So you were beside her?
No.
Somewhere behind her, perhaps?
I wasn't beside her. I wasn't behind her. I was not in her general vicinity.
Huh, you're positive?
Yes, I'm positive. And even if I weren't, I mean, what difference would that make?
Well, no difference if you were telling the truth. But you're not telling the truth, are you?
You know those antacid tablets you're always taking for heartburn? Look familiar? They're in your pockets, your desk, your car. But now, look at this. Look what Mylanta's done. Now you can get the acid control of this entire roll in just one little Mylanta AR. So the next time you get heartburn, take new long-lasting Mylanta AR. This one lasts. And don't spare the sauerkraut!
New Mylanta AR, made strong to last long.
Grandpa, can I marry you?
Oh, honey, you're so young. I could never keep up with you.
But Mom says that's why you think that.
Ensure is the #1 doctor-recommended supplement. It helps you stay healthy, active, energetic. As a snack or occasional meal, it's a source of complete, balanced nutrition.
I'm sure you'll marry someone even more fun than me.
Will you at least come to the wedding?
Sure. I'll be there.
Ensure, the #1 doctor-recommended supplement. Drink to your health.
Let's talk about the new improved Kiss.
New improved Colors Day now moisturizes with aloe and vitamin E. Makes your lips soft, smooth, stays on for hours.
And it won't kiss off on him.
New Revlon Colors Day lip color.
Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. Almond Joy's got nuts. Mounds don't.
Because
sometimes you feel like, sometimes you...
We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment.
They thought it was an open and shut case of murder. But nothing is what it seems.
Chief Holt's best friend is in love with his wife.
All new Jag. Then, our cold case website has been buzzing. Because of you, new leads are helping police close in on a cold case. And Don and Cheech protect a pint-sized witness. Nash Bridges, CBS Tonight.
Hi, I'm Teresa Green. A local jury gives Richard Clark the death penalty for murdering 7-year-old Roxanne Dahl. Details and reaction to the sentence on 11 News at 4. Bomb scares causing all sorts of problems in Seattle on this, the eve of the anniversaries of both Waco and the Oklahoma City bombing. Look at this mess in downtown. A building evacuated, streets closed to traffic. Then a scare on a state ferry, too. Plus, the story of this city inside a local hospital. See how it helps people recover from injuries and illness at 4.
Weir's Appliance and Video is your appliance value superstore featuring GE and GE Profile Series appliances. And with our special purchase program, same as cash financing and home delivery, you always get a whole lot more when you buy from Weir's. Off Byway 512 at our Portland Avenue Super Showroom.
We're drastically cutting prices at Sleep Country USA. Right now, you can buy this twin-size mattress for $99, or this full for $99, this queen or king, Send in Sealy, Pacific, or Spring Air. Any size, any brand. Selected models are all just $99 each piece when you buy a complete set. Remember, twin, full, queen, or king, you choose. They're all just $99.
Sleep Country, USA. Why buy a mattress anywhere else?
Some rain sneaking in. How about the weekend? We'll tell you at 4.
CBS. Welcome home.
I beg your pardon?
No, you're not telling the truth. You see, it's written all over your face.
About how close I was to Margot? Why would I lie about that?
Well, you tell me. Really, I mean, tell me what you saw that night.
I didn't see anything.
Well, if you would have seen something, would you own up to it?
If I'd seen what? Oh. Oh, wow. Okay. The answer is no. I did not see Margot pump a slug into that piece of human filth. That's what you want to know, isn't it? Though why you want to know that completely escapes me.
Look, if you're trying to protect her...
Protect? Wait a minute. You mean somebody in this town actually believes that I have a shred of decency? Well, I'm flattered, Tom. No, really, I am. But unfortunately, your original assessment of me is a little more on the mark. I am out for number 1. In fact, when Lily was incarcerated, if I had known for a fact that she was not the killer, I would have taken that information and run to Lucinda and milked it for all it was worth in a New York minute. You know what I wish I'd seen?
What?
Wish I had seen that Margot didn't kill Diego. Nothing would make me happier than to be absolutely sure about that, but as I've told you time and time again, I was nowhere near her. I'm sorry. Tell Margot she's in my thoughts.
I'm going to let you tell her yourself.
What?
Yeah, I want you to go in and talk to her.
What good's that going to do?
Well, it's not going to do any harm. I mean, that is if you're not hiding anything.
Usurp his authority.
Is the hospital in financial trouble?
It's always in financial trouble. It's a whole new ballgame out there. Hospitals have to learn to cut funds to be competitive, or else. I get the impression this Bob's back still in the days of the horse and buggy. He's the friendly doctor out there dispensing aspirins and folkly advice.
Come on. Be nice, okay? And stop exaggerating.
I'm not! I don't know if he's cut out for this job anymore. Maybe he ought to gracefully step aside and let somebody else give it a crack.
Have anybody in mind?
Mm-hmm.
Would you mind? I'd like my office back. Susan and I have some work to do.
Oh, sure. Give my best to Kim.
Thank you.
Bye.
Whoops. Well, I guess John's Mother Teresa act is finally over, and he's back to being just plain John again. Thanks for calling me about this janitor situation.
Oh, well, when I heard Louie and Carlos talking in the cafeteria, it sounded serious. What did they say?
Well, they said that some of the members of the union were thinking of initiating a slowdown at work, and I asked them to please hold back any kind of action until we start negotiations next week, and they agreed.
Excellent, Dr. Hughes.
I do have my moments. They seem to be few and far between these days.
Well, maybe it's because you've been burning the candle at both ends. You've been trying to keep up with your work here and your responsibilities at home. It's a lot.
Maybe.
Speaking of which, now that you've solved the staff crisis, don't you think you should be getting home?
In a little while, I think I'll just sort through some of this mail.
Mail schmail. The mail can wait. Go home. Your wife needs you.
John keeps telling me that I'm making a textbook recovery. But I don't know. I just still feel different.
Well, major surgery is trauma. Take it from one who's been there 2-3 times recently.
I know.
The easy part of the recovery is physical. Hard part's in your head.
Oh, Cal. You know, sometimes I just panic.
Yeah. Lay there and listen to your own heartbeat, don't you?
Yes.
Wonder whether that sucker's gonna stop all of a sudden.
Yes.
No.
That's right. You had the heart thing, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And I worried about my heart at first. And then I started to worry about my legs and my spine. And every time I would take a step down the stairs or step off of a curb, feel a little twinge in the small of my back, I'd think, oh, here it comes, just what I'm afraid of.
Oh, God.
And I'm gonna drop like a busted marionette.
Oh, Cal, God, I'm so sorry.
Well, rationally, I know that there's nothing medically wrong with me. I've seen the CAT scans. I've seen the MRIs. I've healed up perfectly. The only part of me that hasn't healed is right up here.
Tell me what you do. What do you do when you get that stab of fear that makes you catch your breath? What do you do?
What do I do?
Yes.
Well, I jump down the stairs 2 at a time. I do a jig off of the curb. That's what you gotta do.
You're a lot of help. Thank you.
Whatever you are afraid that you can't do, that's what you've got to do. You've got to get right back up on that horse. And for me, that's literally, I had to get back up on that horse to prove to myself that I had nothing to fear.
Oh, God, you're so right. Everybody has been so kind to me. So understanding, not wanting me to rush, not wanting me to push myself, but you are so right. I've got to stop continually protecting myself. And my dear husband, you know, he just treats me with kid gloves.
Well, don't quit now. Sounds to me like you need to talk about this.
Oh, gosh. I certainly do.
So now he's in there telling Susan about my usurpation of his authority.
Is usurpation a word, John?
You know, if I wanted this job back, I'd just go in there and take it.
May I make a suggestion to you?
It depends on what it is.
Oh, please, why am I having dinner with such an annoying human being?
I'm sorry. What is it? What is it?
Don't you think you have enough on your plate right now, worrying about Margot and your own patients? Why don't you leave the hospital management to Bob? And if the financial problems continue to worry you, you can deal with them at a later date.
Yeah. Well, you're a very wise woman.
Yes, I am.
I fall, too. Let's go to dinner. I have to stop by my office first, though. My pathetic little office. Come on, let's go.
You know, heartburn medicines have been around for years. First came Tagamet, then Zantac, then Pepsid. But the newest, Axid, is in non-prescription strength as Axid AR. The only one that says right on its labeling it can prevent heartburn completely. That's something Tagamet HB 200, Zantac 75, and Pepsid AC just don't claim. Axid AR. Proven it can prevent heartburn completely.
Introducing Best Foods fat-free salad dressing.
Tom, I love you, but it's over. Here goes. Tom, I love you, but...
I know. I could taste it in this homemade dressing.
No. I didn't make it. Best Foods made the dressing.
Now I know how much you care.
You do? I don't.
You're really falling hard, huh?
Best Foods made it.
Now Best Foods adds 4 new fat-free dressings, all with the fresh taste of homemade.
This is love.
No, this is Best Foods.
New Best Foods, the freshest tasting salad dressing you never made.
You may be taking chances if you don't take a calcium supplement. So which one should you take? Oscal. Compared to these store brands, Oscal's been tested and proven effective in clinical studies and doctor recommended. For pennies more a day, don't take chances. Take Oscal.
Had a real tough early season there. So I've got a couple of ideas here that are going to be a little unique. Each one of you guys has got a battery inside.
Coach, yeah, are these girl shoes? You know, whatever works.
And you think, man, I can't go on. But, hey, he keeps going, doesn't he?
These kids have the blues. Right blues their mamas don't want to lose. But with all, you won't lose the blues, even wash after wash. And when the blues stay bright, you'll keep your yellows, reds, and greens too. Stand lifted, A-L-L, that's all, mama. You won't lose the blues.
No. When we talked about working together, somehow this wasn't quite what I envisioned.
Well, you're the one that insisted in coming down here and working with me.
What I want to know is, how come you're so dry and I'm soaking wet?
Oh, I don't know. Must be my superior nautical wisdom.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not fair.
Oh, yeah? Hey. Play nice. I got to...
Oh, well, now you asked for it.
You look like a ground rat.
Don't you dare even say that word. You know what this reminds me of?
What?
The sinkhole.
Ooh. Except only the mud was a little more slippery.
Oh, I don't know. It's kind of slippery here, too.
So? Okay. You got, got me. You know, you're right. It is pretty slippery down here.
Oh, my God.
Okay, that's it. You had enough?
Oh, enough of you? Never.
Yeah, but Lisa, this is just the beginning. If I put away... When I'm put away...
Oh, now why are you talking
It's only
like
going to get worse because it's going to happen, Lisa.
No, it's... All right, well, if it does happen, if it does, I just want you to know and realize that you and Tom have given the boys such a strong foundation and so much love. They'll get through it. And just know that Tom has been wonderful with them. He's been very, very patient, and he's explained everything to them in a very simple and distinct way.
Boy, I wish somebody'd do that for me. I sure would like to know what's going on once and for all.
Honey, you really don't remember anything about that night, do you?
No, just bits and pieces, just fragments, if I could put it all together, but I'm so close.
For the umpteenth time, Tom, I didn't see anything that night. If I go see Margot, I'm just going to tell her the same thing, so what's the point?
Here's the point. My wife is in a cell, facing charges for something that she doesn't remember anything about. So anything that might jog her memory will help.
Yeah, but I didn't
Maybe
see...
she will ask you a question that no one's thought to ask you. Maybe she will phrase something differently, and it will trigger something. I don't know. What I do know is my wife is feeling powerless. So if talking is going to make her feel like she's doing something to help, then that's what I want for her. Now, you say you're on her side? Here's your chance to prove it.
Yeah, but...
10 minutes! It'll take you 10 minutes. For once in your life, stop being so damn selfish.
I don't know.
I know. My mom's in there now, and she's coming out. When she comes out, you're going in. Now, you can do it voluntarily, or I'll trump up some charges, find you a nice little private cell all by yourself. You make the call.
You know what I like about New Lady Speed Stick Invisible Dry? Unlike other stick antiperspirants that can leave white residue, Lady Speed Stick helps keep me invisible and dry. Now you see it, now you don't. New Lady Speed Stick Invisible Dry.
I can't believe we're eating a prune. We are. Sweet, moist, delicious. You're changing our mind. I always do.
California prunes. Let your mouth make your mind up.
This is the new improved Bissell Little Green. It's the portable deep cleaner that picks up spills on your carpet and thoroughly removes spots. The Bissell Little Green Plus also cleans windows.
I don't paste my dentures anymore. I bond them with C-Bond denture adhesive.
2 powerful adhesives in a micro-thin seal bonds dentures to gums. Can hold and fit comfortably all day. No messy cleanup.
Bond your dentures with C-Bond.
Hello?
Morning, Daddy.
Hi, honey.
Ready for your presentation?
Actually, Daddy's a little nervous.
We know just what you need.
Room service? You ordered me room service?
2 scoops ahead. You're gonna be 2 scoops ahead.
Nothing prepares you for a big day like the hearty goodness of 2 scoops, only from Kellogg's Raisin Bran.
Ready now, Daddy?
I'll give you 2 guesses.
Kellogg's Raisin Bran will start you 2 scoops ahead.
I have it. I should have known my daughter would too.
Joni Williams was born with extra sensitive skin.
Her skin even reacts to my hypoallergenic lotion.
Even a hypoallergenic lotion can contain irritating dyes and fragrances. But Johnson's ultra-sensitive baby lotion was developed with pediatric dermatologists to be soothing, yet so gentle it won't irritate even babies with eczema.
Her skin really loves this stuff.
Johnson's ultra-sensitive.
I gave her this skin. It's nice to know I can give her something to help it.
I don't want you to misunderstand me. I'm not criticizing Bob at all. He's been just wonderful, fabulous. You know, if I need anything, or if I even think I need something, it's there, just like that. The only problem with that is...
The only problem with that is you want to do things for yourself.
Well, yes, and I don't know, I just seem to get so confused. It's occurred to me that maybe I'm not as well as they're telling me, that maybe Bob and John have kind of conspired to keep it away from me, and...
Kim.
I know. I mean, it's ludicrous. I think I'm going round the bend. I mean, in my heart, I know that Bob wants me to be able to stand on my own 2 feet again, and that he wants to help me to do that.
Well, I'm sure that he's only trying to help. Had it ever occurred to you to talk to Bob about this? Huh?
You know, it seems so ungrateful of me. And what is the poor man supposed to do? One minute I tell him I'm terrified, absolutely terrified of doing something. And then the next moment I'm going to say, thanks very much, dear, I'll do it myself. You know, I'm probably just blowing this all out of proportion.
Well, no, I don't think so. You're worried about this, and it's only natural that you should be worried about it.
You know, the thing is, it isn't natural. It isn't natural for me to doubt myself so much. That's the problem. Cal, that's the real problem. And you know, I think instinctively, I feel if I get used to being spoken to and treated like an invalid, then I'm gonna start thinking like one. It's already started. I feel like I'm losing myself. Like I'm losing my spirit.
Well, then, sweetheart, you have to do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes to get it back. You know, I don't really feel that I'm crowding Kim, but I'm not sure she agrees with that.
Why?
Oh, there've been little signals. She wants to move ahead at her own pace, and sometimes it seems too fast for my liking, and other times it's too slow. We just seem to be out of sync these days.
Well, you've been through a very trying experience, and there are adjustments to be made on both sides.
Maybe I should get back to my regular routine, stop spending so much time at home. And show her that I feel that she can really take good care of herself.
Makes perfect sense to me.
I just hope I'm right in what I think she's feeling. Because if I'm not, I could be making matters a lot worse.
What's so funny?
Rats. It's a private joke.
Been swimming?
Actually, well, no, but Mark and I were down in the hold working on some leaks in the hull.
That sounds romantic.
It was, actually. Oh,
Here,
shoot
I'll
out,
get it.
rabbit. Whoa, what's your papers? You're flying everywhere. Oh, no. Oh, wait, there's one of the... Oh, I'm so sorry. This is important. This is very important. Are you sure? Oh, wait, there's one over here.
These shorts must have shrunk in the attic. Oh, maybe if I lie down, I can zip these up.
Try these on for size. Quaker caramel corn cakes. 50 calories. 0 excuses.
When I hurt my ankle, my orthopedic surgeon recommended Arutis KT.
It's so potent it has a rapid onset of action. Just 25 milligrams relieves tough pain fast.
Now I use it when my pain's out of control.
Potent, fast Arutis KT.
These are my boys. All 34 of them. 34 boys, 3 bathrooms, and a new Glade Spin Fresh in every one. Because it not only keeps the bathroom fresh continuously, Glade Spin Fresh delivers an extra burst of freshness with every spin. So when the bathroom gets used and used, it gets refreshing and refreshing. Which is just as important in your home, where one boy can seem like 34.
New Spin Fresh. Fresh from Glade. SC Johnson Wax.
Jenny, toenail artist. Today's theme, happy feet. Think she's gonna want to hide those tootsies? I'm thinking she's thinking sandals. So where do I go to get us sandals and stay within my budget? Payless.
The Payless Shoe Source Sandal Canvas Sale. Great sandals and canvas shoes for women and kids. On sale now.
Toe art really needs exposure. Oh, please tell me this is a phase.
Doesn't it feel good to pay less?
Yeah, well, according to Kasnoff, the situation's not good. We're talking about spending an extra 10 to 20 grand to fix it up on top of the purchase price.
I don't care about the damn money. I want that ship. Make an offer tonight.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Okay, here's the last of them.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Anything for the guy who's got the good sense to release Lily from prison. Now, if he could just keep it up and release Margot, too.
Oh, boy, isn't everybody on my case tonight. You think I like being the bad guy in all this? Poor Margot Hughes has been through hell and back the last few months, and I'm not exactly relishing the idea of putting her through more of it, okay?
I'm sorry, that was inappropriate.
Well, it's okay. You've got a right as a citizen. I'm a public figure. Express your opinion, even at the most inappropriate of times and places.
Heat's kind of getting to you, huh? Maybe you need to get out of the kitchen.
Don't need to. Suits asbestos.
Ooh. You know what I think?
What?
I think your woe is me routine is just an act. I think you actually enjoy being in the line of fire.
What I enjoy is challenging myself. You know, smart people like us shouldn't settle for what's easy, especially when the alternative is so much more exciting. Don't catch cold now.
Wait a minute, you forgot one?
Thanks for coming down, Kirk.
Tom said you wanted to see me. I'm not exactly sure why. I didn't see anything that night, Margot. I'm sorry. I wish I knew something that could help you. What's the matter?
It's the softest bath tissue you'll touch. It's Kleenex Cottonelle Ultra Soft. With 20